Hey moms, how are you? We're gonna talk about anxiety. It's so fun. So the reason I want to talk about anxiety is because when I tell you how often it comes up in the client calls that I have, I just wanted to bring in this idea to the masses because this was something that really helped me years ago. And you might be thinking like, oh, she's gonna talk about anxiety and she's all live with joy now. Well, yeah, I had really bad anxiety. I had panic attacks. I mean, I at one point was driving over the Tappan Zee Bridge, coming home from a vacation with, I don't even know how many children were in my car, and I thought I was gonna die. I didn't even know what was happening. And anybody who's had panic attacks knows what I'm talking about. It's this very scary feeling like you can't breathe, you're like having vertigo. I mean, I had to pull off the road. We had to call friends of ours to come and pick me up. So I know what it's like, and I know what it's like to be so severely anxious. So this comes from that place, okay? Before you even think I'm gonna tell you, oh, go off your medication. I'm never telling you to do anything like that. I just wanna give you another side of things so that you can see how I not only pulled out of it completely and how I learned to be around my children, and how by being this particular way, I allow my children to see that they don't have to succumb to this anxiety that the entire world just labels each person with every time they're really stressed out. When I work with parents, one of the first things I do is I make them catch themselves if they tell me that they have anxiety or that their child has anxiety. And I say, I just want from this point forward, okay, your child has fearful thoughts or you're having fearful thoughts. And it's funny because I want you to imagine if you went out with a friend for coffee and you got your cup of coffee and you're sitting down, you're hanging out, and she says, how you doing? And you say, well, I'm just having a lot of fearful thoughts right now. How would that sound? How would that sound, right? It almost seems silly to speak it out loud because it leaves the other person sitting there going, well, then stop having them. Why are you having them, right? But we all know anybody who does suffer with anxiety and anxious thoughts is having a problem actually turning off those fearful thoughts, because that's what it is. And after a while, we train our brain to see the world a certain way. We train our brain to see an unexpected occurrence as a big deal. A big deal. I'm not going to get into the amygdala being turned on and the fight or flight response. I know you already know that. The bottom line is we're living in a world, and it doesn't matter how many routines you have set. You can have the perfect morning routine with your child and the perfect nighttime routine. You can have a full-time au pair. You can have everything set in place so that you can live a less stressful life. And if you're a person who has not overcome how to get out of fearful thinking, then you are going to struggle against your life day after day after day, and then your children, you will notice, will not know how to get out of it either. So this little video is about how the heck do we get out of these fearful thoughts and this cycle of fearful thoughts, okay? So here's the dealio. Your children learn anxiety from you. They learn anxiety from you. So if they learn from you, that's so awesome, because that means they can learn something new from you, right? Don't be surprised that if you were me and you get to work and have the honor of working with so many moms and learning that one of the most common factors among these children is this anxiety that these kids have. And it's so beautiful when, yeah, we definitely changed that diet and we definitely watched some brain inflammation come down, and we definitely noticed like they're less edgy. Because bottom line is if I gave you 5 cups of coffee today, you'd be like this, jumping all the time. We take them away, the edge is off. But if we still don't train your brain even further to understand what's really happening to you and how you can have the control to not fall so quickly into these anxious thoughts, then that's the real key. So that's what I want to teach you. All right, so it's really simple. It's actually really simple. Well, okay, maybe it's not that simple. It's a new way of thinking though, so that's super exciting, right? If I bring up a topic to you, say like, how's your work-life balance for those moms who work a job and also are a mom to their kids? Or how about a stay-at-home mom who is doing a million things that you can't even you can't even make it tangible almost, and it's like, how's that working for you? How's your day going? Just kind of moving through your day. The problem is that most of us come from this mindset where we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time. There's just not enough time. There's too much going on. And then all of us who have the ADHD child, especially I know when Charlie was in the throes of all of his behaviors, he could do the simplest thing. He could make like a weird mouth sound. He could start chewing on his shirt sleeves. He could be jumping around. And I couldn't handle the situation because I was so fearful of what his trajectory was. I couldn't think straight, right? So now I'm fearful. He does something. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I don't say out loud like, oh my gosh, you're going to be like this forever. I might not say that, but I'm thinking that. And so when he has a tantrum or he is crying or maybe when he's older and he can't get his shoes on and we're late for the school bus, I come at him with this, instead of, well, everything's going to be okay and he's actually going to be perfectly fine. Everything's going to be okay and he's going to be perfectly fine. I have more than enough time to do whatever it is I need to get done. I always get everything done that I need to have done. Everything always works out. Everything always works out. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of, mindful meditation kind of malarkey, but you need to understand that you've been training your brain for years how to react and how to respond. And when you have this fearful thought come in about your child, which could have for you started years ago. I know I have some parents that are working with me and their child is like 15 years old, right? Other parents, maybe their children are 5 or 6 and they have high anxiety, these kids. And these parents do too, whether they realize it or not, but the more they talk, they're so afraid for their children. And you bring that fear, right? That fear announces you before you walk into a room. That energy announces you before you walk into a room. Your children feel it. That sense of urgency that you don't have enough time walks into a room before you even say anything. So that's what we bring into our homes. That's where we are. That's where I was. Everything was like this. And I had a babysitter. I had babysitters all the time helping me, and I had routines and all this, but I didn't have this thought that was like, he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be perfectly fine. He's gonna be great. I have more than enough time to do whatever I need to get done. Well, that's different, because when everything blows up in my face in the morning and I haven't made lunch yet, and this one needs to get over here, and that needs to go over here, and I literally am going, it's gonna get done. It's gonna get done. It starts to change me. Now then, here's what's happening. As I get changed, I then can teach my children how it works to walk through life without having fearful thoughts, without having anxiety. So as we're cleaning up their diet and we're taking the edge off that brain inflammation, which can make them really edgy, we're now training them differently. We're communicating out loud how it feels in my own mind and what mommy does with it. So when mommy is really rushed and I come down and I see a sink full of dishes or loads of laundry, and guys, no joke, I used to do 25 loads of laundry a week because I have 6 children and it was normal. 25 loads of laundry was normal. And when I would fight that and I'd see that and it was like this. And then when I got a handle on it and I would say out loud so my kids hear it, I'd go, whoa, look at that load of dishes sitting and waiting for me. That's unexpected. I thought that was done. That's unexpected. Then this one can't find her book bag for school, and this one is having an issue over there, and this one has an essay due for school the next day. Well, that's unexpected. That became my line. That's unexpected. Well, that's unexpected. And your kids watch as you have something unexpected happen to you and how you deal with it. That is the key, because now they get to see that when they are angered or frustrated, it's stemming from this place of, that's unexpected. I didn't want that to happen. This is not what I want in my life right now. I don't even know what to do with it. And I'm ticked off, or I'm upset, or I'm sad. I don't know what to do with this, but well, that's unexpected. That's unexpected. And it gives you that moment. And then if you could even communicate out loud when they're having their problem, maybe you go, but you're going to be totally fine. Or, but this is going to totally work out. Like, this is the stuff you have to say out loud. So when you have 25 loads of laundry and you get to go, whoa, got to get that laundry done. That's unexpected. That's happening right now. Oh my gosh. Sure, I'm glad I have all this laundry because this means I have some healthy kids that are playing outside and getting it all dirty, and you start doing it. See, because you have a choice, moms, and I'm not just telling you this like positive thinking kind of pop psychology right now. Like, I need you to understand as you say these words out loud to yourself, I have enough time to do this. That's unexpected. We're gonna get through this. You calm that amygdala down, yeah, but you also train your brain very slowly. So when stuff happens, you don't have this knee-jerk reaction. And if you don't have it and you communicate it out loud to your children, they start to very slowly over time realize, oh, that's how we get through life. That's how we get through life. And if you're a mom who right now is going through the GAPS diet, let's say, or the body ecology diet, and you're in the throes of making your bone broth, or you're doing your coconut water kefir, and you've got these crazy strict regulations on your diet right now, okay, well, you have more than enough time to get done what you got to get done. This is a season. Your child will be okay. Your child's getting better every day. You see the difference? Huh, maybe you'll even laugh. Oh my gosh. And because when you're really calm and you come from this place, all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna make 10 jars of coconut water kefir today. I'm not gonna make a jar every 3 days. And then I'm not gonna make some really healthy meatballs for my child every other day. I'm gonna cook all day long on a Sunday. I'm gonna do it for 12 hours and I'm just gonna get it done. See, because this is how this heals you. This sort of thinking heals you and heals your routines that you have, because you come from this place of calm, and that's where we make our good decisions, right? And we're calm and we make a decision and we come up with strategies and we come up with plans, and then we don't fall apart when things come up that are unexpected. So guys, that's what I want you to know today about anxiety. I don't want you to be so quick to let it roll off your tongue that you have anxiety and your child has anxiety. Like it's something that you're holding in your hand, that something got put on you. You're having fearful thoughts and you're operating from a mindset that doesn't serve you at all. Okay? I hope that makes sense. It's just enough for what you need right now. If you have questions, please find me on Facebook. Join my Facebook group called Take Control of ADHD Now. I'd love to help you out. If you need to be coached, contact me. You can contact me in Facebook via Messenger under Carolyn Carrara, or find me on my website, livewithjoynow.com. I want to help you. And I have the privilege and the honor of helping so many people walk out of where they were and get them to where they're trying to go. So join me on the journey. And again, let me know if you need help. Have a great day, moms. You got this.